started with this week is doing an analysis on summer transfer activity. And for me, it starts with identifying players that we should sell and identifying all the factors that are involved in making sound decisions as it relates to that task. I think once you identify who you sell, then you can address your needs and go about buying. So more to come there. Be on the lookout for this If You Were Levy. I think the account just tweeted something a little earlier about selling Paulinho and selling Dembele all at once. And speaking of selling Paulinho, I've got to give a quick shout-out to this guy, Joshua Olson, who wrote for The Fighting Cock, and he wrote an article called Should We Persevere with Paulinho? It's a very good article, and I reached out to him because I was doing all this work on transfer activity, and I actually really came to the decision that I think Paulinho and Dembele should be sold. And so I sent a lot of my analysis to him, and it's a work in progress. So I'll be talking about that more, but shout out for Joshua Olson and Nikhil Siglani.
Nice. I don't have any this week. I haven't been on Twitter much, actually. Just kind of getting things rolling with show prep, getting ready for London. We have exactly one more show, next week's show, before I leave. And we're trying to work out logistics to see if we're going to be able to record post Stoke and possibly post Hull. So we'll see. We're seeing what we can muster up. Let's see. Anything else from me? No. Simon, anything else? You good?
Just one thing. It was kind of a humbling experience when I saw some tweets this morning from people saying, "Hey, where's our latest episode of Hotspur?"
Yeah, that was
because
nice.
We recorded
Wasn't it though?
on Monday night instead of Sunday because I was throwing a spanner in the works. Then I'm going to do the same thing again next weekend, fellas. Sorry.
It's nice to feel wanted, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I can assure you that all 1,277 of my lovely followers at the Hotspur America Twitter account are not bots.
I get up pretty early, right? And I got up at, I think I got up at 4:45 this morning, and there was a tweet notification from somebody in, I think it might have been Keith, actually. It's like, boy, it's my drive to work.
Matt Downey.
Yeah, where's the show?
Show?
And I'm like, we'll have it out tonight.
Yeah. Blame Simon.
Yeah, I do have one last shout out. Sorry.
Yep.
To the League of the Point. Hey, I just wanted to thank the Dallas Spurs members who've already booked their tickets for the All-Star game. I think we'll end up taking more people up to Denver than we did in Chicago. I think we're rapidly getting towards 40 people who've already booked tickets. So,
wow.
If you haven't done it already, there is a link on our members page for sitting in the Spurs supporters section. If you go through the Rapids, they'll put you somewhere else. You've got to go to the Spurs supporters section. So if there's anyone out there in the rest of podcast land, I know we've sent that out to a few people over the weekend who were struggling to find tickets with the Spurs supporters. Let us know and we'll get you that link.
And for those of you guys over in the UK, if you're looking for an excuse to come to America, maybe this is it. Denver, where this game is going to be played, microbrew capital of the United States.
And what else?
Yes, there's a reason they call it the Mile High City, man.
Yes, indeed. It's the new Amsterdam.
Little Amsterdam.
All right, little homework for our viewers before we sign off here. Number one, I want everybody to be thinking about the total value of players that we have on the squad now. So think of that, number one. Number two, think of our wages that we spend on those players per year. And then thirdly, and most importantly, I would love for guys to tweet us what they think are the core issues or core needs that we have from a player standpoint for next year. So sort of targets, if you will, positional targets, if you will, for the summer window. Because I'm going to come at you strong with some data next week.
I was just looking at that data, mate.
What do you think about that? The first preliminary run. It was pretty interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Won't give away any secrets, but it's...
I'm not.
Okay, but it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah,
we'll have a talk about that.
All right, we'll talk about that next week.
Get us out
is that it?
That's it. So I gotta pee, man. Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, Kenny and Simon. Get in there, son!
And for the rest of you guys, be kind to one another, unless that other jackass is wearing red.
Then punch him in the head. Cockney wankers.